for starting a new sketchbook as well as starting a new sketchbook myself. So I'm going to be sharing the tips as I draw on the first page of my new sketchbook. So the sketchbook is really nice. It's a lot bigger than the sketchbooks I've used in the past, but the paper feels pretty good. I'm going to just use this clip to clip the pages. That way I don't have to worry about it constantly going over. But I thought we would jump right into the tip. So my first tip is to write goals for your sketchbook. So what I'm doing right now is writing them on a sticky note. You could write them on the first page. You could just write them somewhere in your sketchbook so you can remember those goals that you have with starting this new sketchbook. So I just thought I would make my sketchbook a bit neater, maybe take my time and improve my art style a little bit. And I'm just going to stick that right there so that way whenever I open my sketchbook, I always have it. So I can always think about those goals. And right now I am going to do like a thumbnail sketch or a concept sketch of what I want to draw. So I'm not even sure what theme I want to go for the first page of my sketchbook. So I'm just writing down a bunch of random ideas. Like whatever comes to my mind, I'm writing it down. And the idea I finally do go with is kawaii cats. So I circle the idea and then I start doing a thumbnail sketch, but it's just, I'm not liking how it's turning out. I have an idea in my mind, but I can't really get it in the sketch, and I don't even think it's really looking like a cat, but my idea is basically a girl holding two cats in her hand. So I just scribble on it and kind of just jump right into it. Also, I'm using these erasable colored pencils ever since I unboxed them, and I actually made a full drawing with them. I really like using them, and my only issue with them is that they don't have the eraser on the top. But let's go back to the tips. My next tip is so huge and is a tip that actually helps me when I start a new sketchbook is don't worry about making it look perfect. Your sketchbook is meant for experimenting. It's not meant to look like really beautiful. Like every page is not supposed to be a whole masterpiece. It's okay if some pages look a little messy because maybe you were experimenting, or it's okay if one page is kind of a fail. One thing I kind of like about the sketchbook is that you can't really rip the pages out that well. Because with the binding ones, you kind of can. But because that kind of just forces me to keep the creative process there. Because if it was binding, I would probably just rip it right out. But that also kind of adds more pressure to make it perfect too. So, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just sketching it out right now. Kind of putting out my ideas on the paper. You know. Okay, so I thought we could move right into the next tip. So my next tip is to draw what you like and also experiment, but continue to draw what you like. Like, don't make your sketchbook try to look like someone else's sketchbook, or if you just want to draw one kind of thing in your sketchbook, still experiment, but try to keep what you like, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is stay what you like with what kind of drawings you like to make, and don't just try to make it look pretty, kind of going into the last step. So what I mostly like to draw is people, and that's what I'm drawing today. Anyways, just gonna sketch it out a little more. The sketching of this drawing probably took me about 30 minutes to do, so it didn't take me that long, and I didn't end up using the blue pencil. Sometimes I like to do that if my first sketch is messy, and then I kind of go over it a second time in blue to kind of know what lines I actually want to do the line art in. Another thing I really like about sketching in erasable colored pencils and why I'd recommend it to a lot of people is because when you do the line art, usually I do it in black or dark brown. It's a lot easier to see where your line art is. Like with the pencil, it kind of blends in. So anyways, I want to do the line art. I really like these Ohuhu fine liners. They come in a lot of different sizes, which is really nice, including a brush tip. So I just really enjoy using them. And I really like the color. Plus, the biggest thing I like about them is that they don't smear with alcohol-based markers like some fine liners. So when I color in shade, I don't have to worry about it smearing everywhere. But my next tip is to draw what inspires you or stick what inspires you actually in the book. So first, draw what inspires you is like draw things that kind of inspire you. So like maybe take your sketchbook, if you're able to, take it places so like you can draw what you see and what inspires you to draw. Or you can take things like maybe you're in nature and you see like a very pretty leaf or something. You can take that leaf and actually stick it in your sketchbook. and then maybe draw around it, try to draw the leaf in your style, or maybe even draw a character inspired by the leaf. You don't just have to do this with a leaf, obviously. I'm just using that as an example because that's kind of something that I've done in the past. But I feel like that might be fun to do, plus it adds some dimension to your sketchbook, because one thing that I commonly have with my sketchbooks is that it all looks so flat. Like, I decorate it with my markers and colored pencils and, everything, but it's all really flat, so that adds some more dimension to the book. Anyways, I'm actually gonna start the coloring process now. I'm gonna try to color it a bit different. Another goal for my sketchbook that I didn't write down is to have a new style of coloring hair, because I kind of been switching between a lot of different styles lately and not really sure what style I should go with for coloring hair. So I do have a paper in between my pages too, just to protect from any bleed through, because commonly the marker bleeds through, and I'm not really sure because I've never used this paper with the markers, but I'm assuming it will bleed through. My next tip for starting a new sketchbook though is try new mediums. If you have a mixed media sketchbook, then this would probably be the best, but is to just try new things, kind of going into experimenting, but just try different things. Anyways, I'm just coloring this in. I really like the pastel set that I use. That's my most used set of markers because they have brush tips, and I really like the Ohuhu brush tip because it's very firm, yet it's soft at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it does. Anyways, these cats look very cute, and I'm really happy with how they look because I don't usually draw cats, so I'm kind of doing one of the tips, which is experimenting. Anyways, I really like, do you guys prefer when I do it all in speed, or do you prefer like these more slower ones, I guess? Because I'm kind of doing a mix of both for this video, but make sure to tell me which one you prefer. Anyways, I have one more tip to share with you guys, but before that, I'm just kind of struggling to get a perfect circle here, because as you see, I'm using this basket, but it's bumpy along the sides, so it was just kind of a struggle. I ended up doing it, but I think I need something better. Maybe I could use a circle tool to kind of make a circle that I can use. Plus, also, I really like adding white gel pen to my drawings for some reason, because it's kind of like you're at the end of the drawing, and then you can be happy that you're done, and it's also kind of satisfying too, and it really adds something new to the drawing. So, anyways, before the last tip, one more thing is that I'm trying to do these welcome letters. I was kind of inspired by balloon letters. Kind of wanted to do something like that. But I don't know, guys. It looks interesting, but I don't know. I like it. I don't think it looks bad, but I don't think it looks amazing either. So here is the final result of the first page of my sketchbook. It's pretty good. I've had worse first pages. I've also had better. But let's go on to the last tip. The last tip is to decorate the cover. So for today, I'm going to decorate my cover using stickers. But I've seen people paint on their covers, use washi tape, draw with like Posca pens. I don't have any Posca pens, but if I do get some, I feel like that would be really fun for maybe my next sketchbook or something, or any acrylic paint pens would probably work, not just Poscas. But I'm sticking these really cute stickers on the cover, and as I continue the sketchbook and I continue to get more stickers, because I don't have many right now, I can always add more. So it's like a collection of stickers as I complete this sketchbook. But anyways, I think it looks really cute at the end. These stickers are my favorite, the ones that are just the single sticker. I prefer them over the ones that are like on the paper, because those ones tend to not stick as well. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling to get the peel off though. I kind of struggle on these peels, but I did get it eventually. Yay, I finally got it. But it just looks really cute, I think. I have a lot of cat stickers. You can probably tell I like cats. They are my favorite animal. And also, guys, before we end the video, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. It is very exciting that we reached it so soon because I started this like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. And I'm very happy to be reaching it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Hope this helped. Bye.